Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanishalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet. In this session, we will be discussing the first part of the 16th verse of the 15th chapter of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. The 16th verse is as follows: Yad doshu ma pranihitam guru bhishma karna naptr trigarta shalya saindhava bahlikaadyai Astrani amogha mahimani nirupitani nopasprushur nriharidasam ivasurani. The meaning of this verse is, the 16th verse: great generals like Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Bhurishrava, Susharma, Shalya, Jayadratha and Balika all directed their invincible weapons against me. But by his, that is Lord Krishna's grace, they could not even touch a hair on my head. Similarly, Prahlad Maharaj, the supreme devotee of Lord Nrsimhadeva, was unaffected by the weapons the demons used against him. So Arjuna is telling, because of Lord Krishna's grace, Arjuna was completely protected, that even the powerful Kaurava generals, they could not touch even one hair of Arjuna. In a fierce battle like that, how is it that Arjuna escaped completely unhurt? Only by the grace of Krishna. And the comparison is made, just like Prahlad Maharaj was a pure devotee of Lord Nrsimha, and he was unaffected by so much trouble given by the demons. In so many ways they tried to kill him, but they could not. Similarly, in the battle of Kurukshetra, the enemy party tried to kill the Pandavas, but they could not do anything to the Pandavas. So Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport, the history of Prahlad Maharaj, the great devotee of Nrsimhadeva, is narrated in the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Prahlad Maharaj, a small child of only 5 years, became the object of envy for his great father Hiranyakashipu only because of his becoming a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord. The demon father employed all his weapons to kill the devotee's son Prahlad, but by the grace of the Lord, Prahlad was saved from all sorts of dangerous actions by his father. Hiranyakashipu attempted in so many ways, let me kill this boy. But Hiranyakashipu was unsuccessful, because all the while Prahlad was perfectly protected by Lord Nrsimha directly. And Srila Prabhupada lists here how Prahlad was put into dangerous situation. He was thrown in a fire in boiling oil. He was thrown from the top of a hill. he was attempted to be crushed under the legs of an elephant. He was administered poison. And at last the father himself took up a chopper to kill his son. And thus Narasimhadeva appeared and killed the heinous father in the presence of the son. So, protection by the Lord means complete protection, 100% protection. So, Srila Prabhupada concludes this portion by telling, thus no one can kill the devotee of the Lord. Similarly, Arjuna was also saved by the Lord, although all dangerous weapons were employed by his great opponents like Bhishma, Karna, etc. So it's a fact that Arjuna was really saved only because of Krishna. Next, Srila Prabhupada describes the personality of Karna in the purport. An elaborate description is given. Karna was born of Kunti by the sun god prior to her marriage with Maharaj Pandu. Karna took his birth with bangles and earrings, extraordinary signs for an undaunted hero. In the beginning, his name was Vasusena, but when he grew up, he presented his natural bangles and earrings to Indradeva, and thenceforward he became known as Vaikartana. After his birth from the maiden Kunti, he was thrown in the Ganges. Later, he was picked up by Adhiratha, and Adhiratha and his wife Radha brought him up as their own offspring. Karna was very charitable, especially toward the Brahmanas. There was nothing he could not spare for a Brahmana. In the same charitable spirit, he gave in charity his natural bangles and earrings to Indradeva, who, being very much satisfied with him, gave him in return a great weapon called Shakti. Karna was admitted as one of the students of Dronacharya, and from the very beginning there was some rivalry between him and Arjuna. Seeing his constant rivalry with Arjuna, Duryodhana picked him up as his companion, and this gradually grew into greater intimacy. Karna was also present in the great assembly of Draupadi's Swayamvara function, and when he attempted to exhibit his talent in that meeting, Draupadi's brother declared that Karna could not take part in the competition because Karna was the son of a Shudra carpenter. Although he was refused in the competition, still when Arjuna was successful in piercing the fish target on the ceiling and Draupadi bestowed her garland upon Arjuna, Karna and the other disappointed princes offered an unusual stumbling block to Arjuna while he was leaving with Draupadi. Kshatriyas, when they go for a Swayamvara, they should be ready to fight against the opposing kings. So Arjuna had to fight against many powerful warriors in order to marry Draupadi. Specifically, Karna fought with Arjuna very valiantly, but all of them were defeated by Arjuna. Arjuna was able to defeat very powerful warriors. Duryodhana was very much pleased with Karna because of his constant rivalry with Arjuna. So it is a negative way of maintaining any kind of friendship. When Duryodhana was in power, he enthroned Karna in the state of Anga. Being baffled in his attempt to win Draupadi, Karna advised Duryodhana to attack King Drupada, and after defeating him, both Arjuna and Draupadi could be arrested. But Dronacharya rebuked them for this conspiracy and they refrained from the action. Karna was defeated many times, not only by Arjuna but also by Bhimasena. He was a king of the kingdom of Bengal, Orissa and Madras combined. Later on, Karna took an active part in the Rajasuya sacrifice of Maharaj Yudhishthira. And when there was gambling between the rival brothers, designed by Shakuni, Karna took part in the game and he was very pleased when Draupadi was offered as a bet in the gambling. That gambling match was ill-fated for the Pandavas because the Pandavas were losing and Yudhishthira was placing as a bet even Draupadi and themselves also as a bet. When Draupadi was in the game, Karna was very enthusiastic to declare the news, and it is he who ordered Dushasana to take away the garments of both the Pandavas and Draupadi. Because Karna was very much angry against Draupadi because Draupadi Swayamvara, Karna was not able to participate because he was declared as the son of a carpenter, a Shudra. So Pandavas, when they could not protect Draupadi in that gambling match, at that time Karna asked Draupadi to select another husband because she was lost by the Pandavas. And when she was lost by the Pandavas, she in effect became a slave of the Kauravas. Now Karna maintained enmity against Pandavas, though they had no reason actually. Specifically, he had no reason. But he maintained his enmity against the Pandavas. And he tried to curb them by so many ways. Now, during the battle of Kurukshetra, he could understand that because Krishna was the chariot driver of Arjuna, he understood that the Pandavas will win the battle. And Karna had some difference of opinion with Bhishma, and sometimes he was very, very proud of his prowess, and he said in his pride, I can defeat the Pandavas in 5 days if Bhishma would not interfere with my plan of action. This is the arrogant statement of Karna. Now when Bhishma died, Karna was very much mortified. Karna killed the largest number of Pandava soldiers. When there was a severe fight with Arjuna, then Karna was able to knock off Arjuna's helmet. And that's a big achievement because Arjuna was a very, very powerful fighter. Now, when Karna was fighting against Arjuna, his chariot wheel got stuck in the battlefield mud. And he got down from his chariot to set the wheel right, but Arjuna took the opportunity and killed Karna when Karna was fixing the wheel of the chariot. So this is the history of Karna that's being described by Prabhupada in the purport. Karna was a very powerful fighter, and Arjuna was able to defeat Karna only because of the grace of Krishna. So I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.